So it's a beautiful morning today, but a couple of weeks ago when we were up north in Michigan, it was freezing cold and wet and rainy. We were up there doing all kinds of stuff. My nephew and I had a whole list of things to do as usual, and it's nice to go visit other people and to see their space, you know, and their hobbies and interests, you know, and of course my nephew's a car guy, and also many people in our family are car guys because we were originally from Detroit many years ago. My orders are coming in and I want to show you the updates on this truck, but that's not why you're here. You're here to take a look at a couple of really cool Corvettes and an amazing little car that has a big V8 engine in it as usual. So before I show you any of this stuff, let's go up north. A couple weeks ago we visited an old family friend and I want you to check it out. We had a lot of fun.
This is my truck over here.
Yeah. We are just south.
Right. I don't drive a Chevy. I don't drive a Chevy.
I don't like it either. On this cold and rainy day, we are just north of Detroit City. So we're in Detroit, Michigan, and we are standing on somewhat of what I call hallowed ground because several reasons. One, I actually used to live in this house with Chuck, who is a longtime family friend. And we came here to talk about some of his kick-ass cars. This driveway is the first driveway I built my very first BMX ramp on in the late 80s, middle 80s.
Driving the neighborhood crazy.
Yeah, so it's been a long time since we've been here. And you guys know Alex. He's my nephew. He's been in multiple videos.
My buddy.
We're out running the streets today, just picking up some cool things. And I wanted to show you guys Chuck and his collection of awesome stuff. So come on along and let's take a look.
All right. Yeah,
that escaped me too. That you were a pipe fitter.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh yeah.
That would explain how you knew Don and your dad. Your dad.
Yeah, my dad
Don.
was a pipe fitter.
Yeah,
so
and he helped Don. He did work with him.
Yeah, on the side, you know, he pick up extra money type thing.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's how I became working in plumbing. Was from you and your dad.
Yeah, and that
Don
was from a
Kubis.
downturn because Ford's was always smoking. My dad was 7 days, 12 hours.
Yeah,
midnight, man. You know, he's just like that.
I don't know how old your dad was when I worked with him at some of Kubis's jobs.
He's probably 55, 60 maybe.
He was right there in the ditch, same with us, doing all the work.
Was a character. He's a funny guy. Good.
You know,
I was lucky, man. Super lucky.
He's been gone how many years now?
Oh shit, probably.
Are you recording any of this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
cool.
yeah, 10 probably.
Yeah. And I really liked Tony, you know, I really liked him.
Yeah.
I think about your dad all the time because he had a few mannerisms that I teach and say later on in life. Yeah, later on in life.
That's great.
I'll be working with Al or I'll be working with other, you know, through the years, apprentice plumbers and whatever.
Yeah.
And your dad used to say, this is why plumbers wear gloves, so you don't get burned. Give me the freaking gloves, because I never had them, and I'm always burning my hands.
Yeah.
And he used to say,
I wear gloves for everything, all the time. Well, these are
fingerless. Those are the cool guy gloves.
Well, I'm cool without them. The thing is, I have from the surgery and in the accident.
Yeah.
I got this neuropathy burning.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, it does.
So
like
does
if
that
I grab
help?
something.
Does that help?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I wear them every day.
I want to ask you.
I don't want to wear them every day, but
I want to ask you about that accident in a second here.
Yeah.
The other thing about your dad that I say it all the time, and even my children say it, is meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Back at the ranch.
Back at the ranch. Yeah, he did that a lot.
Yeah. I just dug the hell out of him.
He's
a
really funny guy. He was always messing around with something. Growing up, having him as my dad, he was just always making us laugh and joking around and pulling pranks on people and shit. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
My mom didn't know less too.
Yeah, your mom was like a sweet.
Yeah.
It was like an Italian household, but it wasn't. It was Maltese.
Yeah.
So, but when you go in there,
on that.
yeah, there was like statuettes, statuary in the house, and it had some gilding on things. And I remember being there.
Yes.
I think I ate dinner over there a time or two. And
I probably took you over there with me or Kathy. Or whatever.
And I just remember it being a really cool place. And when I had the opportunity, since we reconnected, to come back out this way and think of all that and to think of the house. And I used to live in the basement for crying out loud.
Use all my shit up, spray paint my wall.
I think I spray painted something on here. I think.
Yeah, you take the cans and find out what color they are by spray painting them on the wall.
Yeah.
I come out here spray paint.
You built your first ramp here the first time I rollerbladed was here. We're not the same.
We are not the same. You rollerbladed?
Yep.
Go over there.
Yeah.
Think about what you've
Still
done.
doing that shit or something.
I still ride bicycles. Yeah, I still ride them. Motorcycles too. Yeah. We for a long time were freestyle motocross ramp jumpers. We put on shows all over the place.
Shit. Yeah, I went from a mini bike to a 400 Yamaha dirt bike.
Oh yeah.
That was a big.
I remember
big
those. That's
jump.
an air-cooled bike. That one.
Yeah, we just, you know.
Was this tree here? Was that tree always there?
I put that in when Cassie was born.
Yeah, cause
Oh shit.
Yep, it was this big.
yeah, because
Wow.
I used
You
to.
know, there's an ongoing battle. I know I did this, but you know, her mom said she did it.
Oh, right. Who planted it?
I got a new ring.
Do you want to know how I know? Do you know how I know that tree wasn't there? Because I used to. You made me cut the grass, or you would actually, I think, pay me to cut the grass, which was great because I needed money. You know,
Yeah.
I was a kid. I was like
I would've
17.
paid you. I paid the kids next door.
I was driving a riding lawnmower, and you had a Chevy Caprice wagon sitting there that was green.
the
It had,
green one.
It had Corvette wheels on it.
Yeah.
And it was a cool.
That was
I
my
think
camping vehicle.
Yeah, it was like a 305 car, I think. I don't know if it was a 350,
No,
but it
it was
might
a
have been.
305.
Yeah, because I remember the car.
Good memory,
And I was
yeah.
pushing the throttle or the hydro drive on the riding lawnmower, and if you go backwards and then full forward, it would do a wheelie. It would just go slam. So I was doing
You got my
wheelies.
rider then.
Yes.
Okay, that's
And I went and long, and the wheel bounced, and I was like, oh, and I hit the side of your car. Do you remember the dent in the door? There was a dent in the door. You came out, you're like, oh, man.
I'll have to look that up.
There's going to be a dent. I think
There'd
it's
be a
the
dent.
driver's door. I think it was backed in, and I just went right into it with the front of that mower.
Painting my walls up, slamming into my car.
I'm-
mass hysteria.
Very forgiving.
This kid.
Very forgiving you are.
That's what I was going to
Hey,
say.
you know.
You're awfully nice to not be mad at me still.
The night is young.
That is young.
Yeah, give it a minute. Well, one of the reasons why we're here, we want to talk about some of these cars. I know there's one outside that's freaking exciting. My British guys are going to love it.
yeah.
But this one is very special. Why don't you tell us about this one?
Well, this is it's a matching numbers, 69 427 Corvette. I found this thing in a barn up in Owasso.
Yeah,
You know,
northern Michigan.
passing cows and cornfields and shit.
Yep.
It came up to this barn, and sure as hell it was in there, and they had actually had a 396 in it, but built outrageously built. It was fast.
Yeah.
And the 427 original motor and trans was sitting off in the corner. So I said, yeah, give me all of that.
Is this a stick shift car?
There's an automatic.
Okay.
That's a stick shift though, but
Okay.
and it was. I'd still like to catch the guy who painted it because it was brown.
Oh.
It was a shitty brown.
Yeah.
So
Paints a
this
Corvette
original color to it.
Oh,
If
yeah.
this original color, how would you paint it brown? That's the whole, think
That
about
somebody was stuck in the 70s mindset. Yeah, they
Yeah.
weren't right, for
Yeah,
sure.
so I just had it painted just probably last month or so.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks
Yeah.
pretty straight from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a good friend of mine. He does all my stuff, as I build stuff. And a good friend of mine did the engine. He builds NASCAR engines.
Okay.
I said, here.
Let's take a look at that.
Is Kathy's daughter is bossy.
Right.
Who's seen
Right.
Who's
that
that
coming?
coming?
Right,
What do we got here?
You want me to say that?
He directed you.
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
hey,
Hey, I like having help. I do this myself. I like having help.
Okay, man.
All right, so what do we got here?
What do we got here? Okay, well.
All right, now we got to move the camera because we want to see the engine. This is
Okay.
where you're going to
Yeah, because the engine
camera.
comes
Right.
This hood. Opens.
My 69 Corvette, it's a matching numbers 427.
Does it stay open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that far. I still got to put the emblems on. I got some interior work to do. I got all new interior for it. And I had this done by a good friend of mine. He builds NASCAR engines. So I said, here.
Recent NASCAR engines,
Well,
like
yeah,
currently?
he's got a couple. He's like a master engine builder, this guy.
Yeah.
And he has another garage just for his engines. he gets 426 Hemis from 69. And,
Oh, yeah.
You know, he makes these rollers for him and stuff. He lines them all up in this other garage.
Okay, so
And
he's
he's
literally an engine builder. He's
Perfection.
putting them together.
Yes, he knew. We had a pile of bolts of this thing, and he knew what bolt was in a pile of bolts.
Yeah.
The intake.
Well, there's a few. There's
This
a
is
few.
the guy. Yeah,
there's a few
yeah.
manufacturers. They only use a finite number of fasteners for each car.
Right.
So if you look at them, like I can look at Toyota Camry V6 flywheel bolts and know that that's
So
what
you know
that
what
is.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
You know,
yeah,
you get it.
He's
So
hip.
he's
He
like
gets
that.
it.
Now, to me, I'm an engine builder from. You know, I've built. This is a 396 right here. I'm doing. And this was from my buddy Al that died. You know, his family gave it to me.
You got to make that run.
I'm
That
gonna
has to
make
go
that
in
run.
something.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get me a Corvette, drop
Yeah.
it in there, maybe a 73Z type fish.
Yeah,
You know,
wow.
like you
I know someone who has one of those right now.
Really?
Yeah, for sale actually.
Really, he's got it.
It needs torque boxes and trunk floors.
What
And
year
the
is it?
motor, it's a 73.
Oh no shit.
And the motor, it's the one with the split bumpers, if I
yeah,
remember
split
right.
bumper.
Yeah.
It's like the Rally Sport LT.
That's exactly what it is.
I
It's-
had one. You know.
It's I believe it's a stick shift car, I think.
That's exactly what I
and
want.
and I tried to make a deal with him and trade a couple things, and he didn't want to trade. And he's like, well, he works for GM, so he's concerned about the strike, you know, because they just had some sort of strike or whatever. And,
Yeah.
And he's like, maybe I should sit on it. And it was his dad's car. I knew his dad, and I wanted that car, you know. And he's
Yeah,
like,
maybe,
for real money though, he would let it go, you know.
nice
You're-
with 396 in it.
that's my point.
Man,
you got a
boom.
motor, and you know,
Yeah.
as far as that stuff, I'll see if he'll
this
work a deal.
actually had a 396 when I bought it.
Yeah.
It was built to it was fast.
But the right motor
The
was
right
out.
motor, yeah. So I yanked that out, put it up there. Some guy drove up from North Carolina, because that was like out of a 68 Chevelle.
Yeah, yeah.
So this guy came
Which
up from-
that motor belongs
Yeah.
back in a Chevelle.
He came up from North Carolina with, you know, boom, cash, everything. He bought it right on the spot.
I want to put my glasses on because I got a couple questions. I don't know a
Yeah.
whole lot about these, but there's a few things I see that I want to know about.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about my zippers. I'm holding them because that's what you do. If I lean on the car, you hit the zippers on.
Man, thank you.
Yeah,
Because I got the mats for the fenders, but they're
Yeah.
you know,
The first thing I noticed is this was a non-AC car.
it is. It's a non-AC
Good.
car, which I believed they were going for the horsepower and the running of the car.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't care about that shit. You know?
Yeah, it's better that it's a non-AC
Yeah.
car because then you don't have to tear up the firewall or the interior and change a bunch of
Well,
crap.
you know, on another note, it's good. It's you know, these are expensive nowadays.
Right.
And I'm thinking, you know, when I got mine as a stick, the other one,
Yeah.
it's I'm too old to be driving a stick. Well, I got in it.
Yeah.
And then I went down Telegraph, had that thing sideways, this way, sideways. The guy's holding up with their. I said, "Don't worry, man, I'm gonna buy it."
Yeah, right.
So I bought it. I brought it home, and that's what I run around in now.
So it doesn't bother you to drive
No,
a stick
actually,
shift?
it's kind of helped me out since after the accident.
Yeah.
I had to.
So you had some sort of back surgery, and then right coming out of back surgery, you were hit on your motorcycle by a truck?
No. First of all, I had neck and back surgery. So it
Okay.
was 2 surgeries in the same night.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was violently
Intrusive,
painful.
yeah, right.
Oh, you know, they split my neck, pulled everything.
Yikes.
Steel, you know, titanium. So, you know, I was off a year.
Yeah.
That Friday, the doctor cut me loose
Right,
to go back to work Monday.
right.
And that Friday I got hit. These guys were being chased by the cops. They had guns, all kinds of shit, you know, but blam. It was.
What were you driving?
I was driving my Lincoln, which was my hot rod.
An old Lincoln?
It
You
was
had a real hot rod
07.
Lincoln?
Oh, it was a hot rod
Hold on,
Lincoln.
stand by, cue the music.
Right, dang.
Exactly.
I still got the. Alex, so they wouldn't got the wheels off it when they junked it.
You know, he told me about that, and I don't want to
still got
talk
them.
about it.
They're under there. They're under the
Well,
pool
you
table.
needed the wheels, but
I
you...
just put them on there. They're
Oh,
like
that's
Mustang 5 spokes.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
Michelin wide. I went like stock car look.
Yeah.
Wide all the way
Yeah,
around.
which is great. I
Oh,
love that look.
It's an 07 Lincoln. It was all black on black. It was just
Is
bad.
it an LSC car?
It's
They look like the Thunderbird Turbo Coupe bodies. No?
Yeah, well, kinda. You know. It was.
I'd have to look up the 07s. I don't remember what the bodies looked like. But anyway,
Yeah, it was beautiful.
that-
I loved it.
you got hit what? T-boned or front end? Or
front
what?
end.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it crushed it. You know. Thank God for airbags.
Yeah.
They came out everywhere.
Yeah.
But still, it was so violent. The airbags, it busted me all up.
Yeah. So what was the recovery on that? How long did it
Still
take
now,
you?
to
Still?
now, yeah. It gave me this concussion thing that I'm still dealing with. It keeps me kind of like tilted.
You know what? At my age, I'm kind of tilted a lot. Nothing even happened to me. I mean, I hit my head a lot, but
I think I did good.
Yeah, you're doing great. You look great. It's so cool to see you.
No, I mean, I was really a cast, broken hand, cracked sternum, knocked my right eye out of whack.
Yeah.
Wham! That was that hard hit. I was like,
I think my mom knocked my right eye out of whack.
God slap your arm. Right. I almost did it.
I know, a couple times, I'm sure. Yeah. But you're back on the bike now.
Oh,
you can ride.
Yeah. So, I got the Dyna, which is like 200, 300 pounds lighter than the bagger. So I started on that, and then, I got to bagging around again. I tell you what, driving once again. When I just got my truck to take off somewhere when I could.
Yeah.
It was freaky, man.
Well, did you feel like you were going really fast?
No, it just felt like watch it.
Right.
Because these guys
gun shy. People are crazy.
Absolutely.
Well, Michigan's a strange place. Everyone drives like a maniac.
Oh, these guys were I got the police tapes and stuff.
Yeah.
Lawsuits and all this bullshit, and they were doing 115 miles an hour when they hit. The cop says we're calling this off, man. It was a block away. They were doing 115 miles an hour, and you hear. Oh man, I heard that, and I'm going, oh no, that was.
Well, you made it through.
Yeah.
And we're here to see these kick-ass cars.
Okay, well, I'm back at it. But this thing should have been done 2 years ago.
I remember you had a red one that was a 68?
That was a 69.
69?
That here.
Yeah, I remember the red car when I was pedaling around out there. There was a red car.
Well, that one I started with a frame.
Did you?
I started with steel milk crates, frame. Had to,
this garage is a lot the same size as the ones in England. They don't have big garages. They don't have real big. They're just like this.
I did all that when it was this. I extended this. Me and my buddy.
You knocked the back out of it.
I put another garage on it compared to this,
But this is what I remember you looking like.
Oh, that's a shovel.
This is what I remember. This is here. This is this house, ain't it?
Yep. There's the back door.
That picture is there you go.
Yeah.
That picture is what I remember.
That's my old shovel.
38 years ago when we were here.
Yeah.
Look, you got coilovers. What do those go to?
That went to a SVT.
Okay.
Contour SVT I had. Yeah. And I just got them, and those things are great.
They're good cars.
They are. They're fast. V6, a little small car like that.
Yeah.
And it was parked across the street, and I was on the couch, and all of a sudden I heard,
somebody hit that one.
Somebody hit that one.
Holy cow!
And I ran over there, and these kids pop out, and there's pot smoke.
Yeah.
One took off, and that car was gone.
Yeah. So you got your coilovers off of it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same thing. So, first of all, this is like a vacuum accumulator. What is that for? I mean, car guys
that's for, it shifts but like these come up for the windshield wipers.
Oh,
and then the headlights pop up for the. So it's which lever are you pulling? You turn on the windshield wipers.
So it stores vacuum to operate one or the other, and then it's replaced from the intake. That's sweet.
Yeah,
that's actually cool.
These cans up here, right here.
Oh yeah, those are the accumulators. Yeah. This is the motor.
That's a shifting valve.
Okay.
And it depends like what lever you pull again.
Okay, so then it moves the vacuum, and then it stores them in there because the headlights need more.
Yeah.
And who did the fuel lines on that? Did you buy that piece like this? Did you buy that?
Yeah,
or was that made?
I'm a pipe fitter.
Man, I could have learned so much from you. I had to learn how to bend shit myself.
For pipe fitting, plumbing.
Yeah,
right. Like when I put that frame here on the steel crates.
Yeah.
I did all the brake lines myself.
Yeah, right. Which I do that now. I just did it.
Bending tools and shit.
Yeah, I did it all with a hand bender, and I did it. I've done it now, but I could have learned that 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Yes, you
I wasn't paying attention.
Man, I had go-karts and all that shit. You didn't give a shit about none of that.
I was like, look at my Haro Freestyler. Watch what I can do.
He's good at it, though. He was flipping around.
Shit.
Yeah, so.
But this car is like pretty faithful to a factory condition. Like when I'm looking at this, looks like recent factory replacement.
Yeah.
Same with this. It's the Delco. It's not a Chinese eBay one.
Right.
And all of this looks like
actually took a lot of the parts and had them rebuilt.
Oh, okay.
So. And then I'd strip them down and give them a nice coat.
Was the water neck and the block on this engine originally that color when it came from the factory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah,
it's
man.
touches like that
Yeah.
matter.
It does, you know. It's you know, and when you go to sell this, somebody's going to pick this up, who's a car guy.
Yeah.
And they're going to
know that. Yeah.
And I'm glad it's an automatic because the only person that's going to be able to force it is not some kid that wants a stick shift. He's going to be an old man. He wants to run around.
And he's done pushing the pedals.
Right.
I know it.
You know what I'm saying?
I know it.
He I had one of these in high school. He wants to go back to that shit. Here you go. You know.
The paint looks pretty good. It's not dead nuts perfect, but
it's not
Corvettes are tough to get perfect. They weren't good from the factory.
Just the fiberglass thing is really, you know, I'm surprised it came out this good because this is a garage paint job.
Oh yeah, oh it's very good.
Yeah, it's not like a $15,000-$20,000 deal. My buddy does it, and I want to paint this just for I want to paint it. You know?
Right. So what's the horsepower of this car with that engine?
Well, originally it was 425 horse, and I had them. You know, I wanted it completely stuck, but I had to put a cam in.
Sure.
I get a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know.
Anything to the heads? Or?
No.
Okay.
Nope,
So it's stock.
it all stock. Yep.
And the cam is probably just within reason. Yeah.
Got no solid lift.
So it idles right, but it gives it a little more drivability.
It's got that, you know, with these 2.5-inch pipes from the old days, 1 3/4.
Yeah, sure. It breathes
and
better.
it's got that cam rump.
Yeah, which is exactly how this car should sound.
Yeah, I replaced all the bulbs here now. The dashboard's laying all over the place, so that's going in now.
Yeah.
And then I bolt the seats in. I put in all the sound deadening materials, and I put the carpet in, and I just put these on. See, they're not even completely on yet.
Yeah.
And these.
The sill plates, they all look good. The carpet looks good.
Yeah, holds the carpet.
Is it new or the carpet or
No.
It was that good?
Yeah, but I think it was replaced at one time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Plus that went in my washing machine.
Did it?
I did. My washing machine was messed up for a week.
I used to do powder coating and clean parts in the dishwasher.
Oh yeah.
There's a bit of oil in the bottom of the thing.
Yeah, get all that off.
Yeah, right.
Look, yeah.
So let's check out some of these other ones. This thing's awesome.
Okay, yeah, man. So here's my Dyna. He had one of those garages with a living room. He put his big TV out there, and he'd work on his stuff, and
so he worked on stuff all the way till he was called home.
He couldn't even pick it up, and he was crying.
Yeah.
I say, Jim, you know, you get better. The bike will be right here.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
So it's got 9,500 miles on it. 95.
Yeah, that's nothing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's nothing.
But
It's
wheels
got custom
more than
wheels.
the bike.
Yeah, I see that.
The wheels have matching. The pulley and the disc brakes, they're all matched.
Oh yeah, they're all CNC'd the same to match them.
Right.
And most people don't do the rear; they only do the front.
Yes.
And they leave that back wheel because it's a pain and it's expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
So.
And I see other stuff on here like this chrome back end. I don't think that was factory.
No.
Right.
No. So see.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's
for different reasons. Or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all Carlini parts.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, this guy.
Yeah.
My
so he
friend
went
was
over.
tenacious,
He went over and above.
Yes.
He didn't just order eBay parts. Of course, in '95, eBay was still brand new. The import business wasn't like it is now.
Well, I mean, he ended up moving out to South Lyon. He still got Carlini parts.
Yeah.
Carlini moved out to California.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they're right here on Ford Road, you know.
Yeah.
But I was real excited to find that out myself.
Do you ride this one?
Yeah. This one I ride all the time.
Yeah. A little easier. It's lighter than the
Yeah, 'cause I'm
Bagger.
still getting my footing back.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I don't want to hear no more business about wrecks and broken things. If you throw a rod on the freeway, that's all right.
Okay.
But just don't throw one that you have inside of you.
Right. Left, what are you going to do, you know?
So what year is this?
This I picked up probably like, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, something like that. And the guy had just sunk a bunch of money into it and put it in a pole box.
Yeah, the last year of that, I guess, was 77, according to Al, who just looked it up for me.
It is
and the reason
77.
that it brought a memory is my mom and stepdad had a blue one of these, and they were so proud. This is the last year of the flat back glass, and I never thought nothing of it. But you were saying the car you have in there, the glass is actually removable.
It's removable. 68, 69. You can unclamp it, take the T-tops off. It's like
it's like a wind tunnel.
It's like you got a convertible with a roll bar.
That's awesome.
There, you know, so you're still in the wind.
Is it rollover overprotection though on those cars, 68 and 69?
No.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
but
so it just makes you feel better. It won't save your
it's
life.
better than your head first thing.
Yes. But these don't come out, and this is, what year is this?
This is a 77.
Okay, so it is a 77.
Yeah.
And this is a stick shift car.
This is a stick shift.
Yeah, which
this I
I'm
got
bummed
from
it's
me.
raining, or we would have these out.
Yeah, we'd be driving them around.
I'll be back.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at this.
Yeah, it's still got the 8-track in it. I couldn't believe that. I
Man,
didn't
we
even
need some
know that.
Moody Blues 8-tracks.
I got 8 tracks downstairs, man, from one of my house flips.
Yeah.
I found them in the attic.
Yeah, this needs to
albums.
have some Motown and some hard throttle
man.
is what it needs.
Yeah, some Grand Funk Railroad.
Yeah, for
Motown,
sure.
Yeah, it's I got this for me to run.
To drive.
Yeah. I'm building these things, and there are different
Spend a lot of
stages.
time
I jump
on
with this every day.
Yeah.
I just terrorize the neighborhood.
Does it have a 454 in it?
Yeah,
That's a truck motor. It didn't come in this.
No.
Yeah, that's
These
awesome.
guys,
It's a big
they
block
sunk
truck
a bunch
motor.
of money into it and put it in a pole barn. I bought this car, it didn't have 400 miles on a redo.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to break it in. I had to watch what I was doing.
Yeah.
So,
How's it looking there? What's it look like?
yeah, it's,
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, and this is not a factory hood either, by the way. Oh yeah. When these
boom.
when these 454s were in trucks of the era, they didn't make much power. They made torque.
No, yeah,
they
this
made
is all
torque.
built.
But they have the potential.
He actually did this and put this in here and put a 396 in here. And then he put 454 on the hood. So at the beginning, I just thought, it's 454, so I don't have to explain it to everybody.
Right.
Since he told me to correct the hood, he built the shit out of this thing, but this was an air car.
Yeah, I see that.
So he didn't have this all hooked up, so I got all that, and I'm making it back into an air car because
if you can get it to work, let it work.
If it's got so much power, that's not gonna take nothing.
No, come on, that won't hurt the horsepower.
Yeah,
you're not running it on a dyno every day, just to figure it out.
Yeah,
you want to drive it and have fun with it.
Yeah.
So is it a 396?
Yeah, it's a 396.
Okay.
But it's built, and this guy in his head, it's a 454 now.
Okay,
Now,
so
you put it on the hood. What do you? So if somebody's coming by, it's got 454. He has 454.
Yeah, right. So you don't have to explain the fact that the guy probably he might have stroked it a little bit, or he might have ported the heads, or with the combination of cam, intake, and heads.
He lost the paperwork.
He feels like it's a 454,
and that's what he put on there. And I got the tags.
I feel like my engine's a 6-liter, and it ain't nothing but a 5.3. So I got the stickers.
I went and got the 396. Stickers to put on there. So.
Yeah, you should change that.
But they're different holes, so I gotta.
That's an old man car guy thing. More is better. Bigger is better.
No, 396.
That's
to me,
better. That
396
says,
to me is
that says more to me. A built 396 is better than the 454.
Yeah.
I think of the old Chevy truck motors, and they weren't impressive unless you built them.
Right.
Yeah.
But and you could say it's a big block. Well, the 454 came out of a truck. Well, these things were in like Chevelles and stuff.
Right.
This is like a 68.
Yeah. That's a cool engine.
That's a cool engine.
That's a cool
motor. I ran the numbers and everything, and then you just put it in a pole barn. He had like original exhaust or something. There was like 1 3/4 on this.
Yeah, skinny.
Yeah, so I put 2.5 into Flowmasters.
Love Flowmasters. Very glad to hear.
So good.
Flowmasters are the go-to on everything I build because they're not brappy. They're not like SLP, which is a Chevy Performance junk.
Yeah,
there's all these brappy, high-pitched.
To me, it's like real nice when you're rolling by, but then you hit it, and you're gonna hear this thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Flowmaster is the best. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a real cool piece. This is. You got a polished AC compressor. You got billet brackets.
Yep.
You know.
I just put that in, and I just got to get.
This is a daily driver thing. All guys do this.
I'm not. This thing is for me to drive.
Yeah.
But then I got the air conditioning thing in my head.
Yeah.
And I always got to be wrenching on stuff.
Yeah, the condensers in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're halfway there.
And the
coil's in here, and as long as it holds a charge, you're gold. It'll run.
That's the only difference I got to do is the hoses, match to the old school shit. This has like a block that goes on the AC compressors of that time.
Yeah.
So these are individual lines.
Got it.
I'm having them
okay.
made up.
I see what you mean.
Then
you don't have the tool to make your own?
Not for that style. Not
Okay.
for that style. I got
Okay.
flaring tools and all that.
Well, no,
kind
no,
of
no, no. They're
That's a
they're
crimped.
crimped, right? Did you know that you can get them on Amazon? I've had it for 6 or 7 years.
You know, I was gonna do
it's
that.
$195 or $215 something, and I build power steering lines with it
yeah.
and
Yeah, you
AC
can-
lines.
and
It's
that's
wonderful.
done.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
worth
sealed.
buying.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Because what you're going to pay to have those made is the cost of the tool.
Yeah, well, I can do that myself.
Yeah, of course you
You know,
can.
when I started this, I was still bent up.
Oh yeah,
I was coming
right.
out here.
Yeah,
going
you're
back
like,
in.
you know what? Ow, that's enough.
Yeah, and I'd last like, you know, first there was a couple minutes and a half hour, and I get out here for an hour or two, and it's
Well, the cold weather ain't going to help much either.
well, this is the time I go see Carmen.
Yeah, go down
fly
south.
down and-
So another thing that's interesting about this car
Yeah.
are these T-tops. Were
I
they
did
all like this?
I
So
went
what
and bought
exactly
those.
is happening here? What am I looking
well,
at?
first of all, I bought these. Some kid had them, and
They're Corvette specific though.
they were solid. Yeah, yep, they were solid. And I had prior Corvettes with the see-through mirror tops like this.
Yeah.
So I wanted mirror tops for this at see-through.
Well, where's the frames?
yeah.
Like, were they like this? Is this a dealer aftermarket or was this a factory?
No, you can see the indentations where it goes. See the indentations where the frame goes.
Yeah. What are those, like bonded or
They
something?
clip in. You know, so I have to buy them new. I don't know why they're not on there, but you can see where they used to be. You can see the line. Where
Okay,
it used to
so is it a dealer option? This glass piece that replaces the normal
be. Yes.
T-top?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know about 77, but you could in the 81.
Interchangeable.
80s. Yeah, and then the C3 is a C3.
Right.
All the way through.
Yeah, they're all.
So the
yeah.
T-tops are all seen, even, you know, with the bubble window
This,
and all that.
I'm a little like nervous about it. Number one, I always hit my head on small cars, but the glass is protruding. There's no protective edge.
Well, there is, but he had taken them off, or maybe one was dented. And he was
Okay.
replacing them.
So what is there, a covering that goes around it or something? Okay.
Yeah. I was taking mine off the hard tops. See how that?
Yeah, I
that
see
is?
the trim on there. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
These were black on the see-through ones. I was trying to take them off my solid ones for this. It came with this car.
Got it.
You're not peeling.
Yeah, once you peel them off, they're dented. They
all
bend.
bent.
Yeah.
So I
Okay. I just wasn't sure what I was looking at.
You noticed that because you're not a Corvette.
I'm not a Corvette guy, and I'm
that's
really
a-
not a Chevy
that's the
guy
thing that
either.
bothers me all
But
the time.
I drive a Chevy truck now because I got it on a cheap
Yeah,
trade.
yeah,
And
well-
honestly, I'm not mad at the truck. I'm not. I'm kind of impressed with the miles it
No,
still
I got-
runs like it does. But
I got a lot of years at Fords, and I never had I've Camaros.
yeah,
Corvettes.
Chevy guy all the time. All these
As
years
far
at
as
Ford.
race cars, you know, I never had a Mustang.
I can't believe you don't have anything with that modern Coyote motor in it. I love those things.
Oh yeah,
They got gobs of power.
See that new Mustang coming out, man. That thing's gonna be a killer. And they're trying to beef up to get the Hellcat out of the way.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
they're
going,
coming
by
out
the
with
way.
something.
2024 or 20,
Oh, is it?
late 23, they're done. No more Hemi engine
They
production for
keep finding them
Chrysler.
kids.
Oh, for sure. There's hundreds of thousands of available engines still out in the world in cars that are running that are yet to be wrecked. But
Yeah.
the reality is
Yeah.
they're not producing any more V8 Hemi engines, Chrysler. They're done. 23 or 24. So what they're replacing it with
A lot
is
of power, man. They're fast.
the Hellcats are crazy.
Well, I mean,
but the
compared to
regular driver ones.
what's regularly coming out nowadays.
Yeah.
The Hellcats are a beast. Dude.
Yeah, it's an impressive
And these
thing.
kids get in there and they want to do the whole.
Tune them and add more power to them. Yeah, I'd rather just put that in that.
Well, that's another story.
Right,
But,
right.
That's got quite a bit. I mean, you know, those big tires aren't on there for nothing.
Man,
Yeah.
it looks like a little police
Yeah.
car, James Bond car slash just a shark
Crazy.
killer. Yeah, it just looks awesome.
Crazy
That-
car people. There's a crazy car people car.
yeah, I love it. It's
So we could go look at
yeah.
that.
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, okay.
So this car reminds me of the AC Cobra.
I just got this. I always wanted it. It's like a poor man's AC Cobra, man. Because AC Cobras now are like $1 million.
Oh yeah, even the
And
kit
the
cars.
kit cars are
I have
so
a friend who has a Cobra kit car right
Yeah,
now with the
beautiful car.
90s 5-liter Mustang in it, the
Yeah.
302, the old the
Oh,
push rod motor. That thing is good, but he can't get rid of it. It used to be you could build one for around 25.
Yeah.
You know, and then you could sell them for around 50.
Yeah.
So it made it worth building those.
Yeah.
But now, if you build one and it's 20 years old, 25 years old, and you had 25 or 30 in it, that's the number on the car.
Yeah.
They're not, unless it's pristine and modern.
Yeah.
They're just, so
well,
you can get them.
Different stages of what guys do to them.
That's right.
That's what you got to be able to know.
Yeah, and which
Maybe
kit
a car
is
guy
it?
to buy one.
Right. Yeah, and he's had his for like 2 years. Nobody's on it. He's like,
Really?
and it's orange. It's really ugly, but he's gonna change the color and change it whatever.
Man,
but I see it. It just changes parking spots. Is all it changes.
And not his bank account.
That's right. Yeah. So what year is this car?
This is a 72. My brother texted me this from Messenger. He goes, look at this thing. And I was getting up.
Yeah.
I put my pants on. I was on the east side. I had a cup of coffee. I was gone.
Was it?
Drove right out there
I don't
and
feel
bought
like this would be a very expensive car. You don't have to tell me what you paid for, but at the same time, I feel like this is attainable. I kind of want this car. Is it for sale?
No. I'm not done having fun with this yet.
All right. Well, I'd like to be first on the list if you decide that.
Okay.
Just let me
do
know.
The Z for me.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you know about that Camaro because that's in the works. He's ready to get rid of it. Well, I've been in these. My head sticks up like this. I look like a freaking lurch.
Yeah. It's like the guy in Smoking a Bandit with Burt Reynolds. With the
daddy. Daddy, it's a little windy in here.
Well, this whoever being, I guess I got off a guy. He bought this off his best friend who actually did it.
Yes.
And he took a 1980 Corvette engine and built the shit out of that.
Yeah, small block Chevy, man. You can't argue with them.
Yeah, it's bulletproof, and then they put a Rock Crusher 5-speed.
That's my friend Jeff's favorite transmission. He loves that.
I'm opening it from here because
I don't know. I heard it pop, but I love the pop riveted. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Log headers though, because they ran the exhaust forward on this side.
Yeah, because
he's out of space.
He was out of space.
Yeah.
You got the driving steering gear. So he was, imaginative. He was.
I see. This is all angle iron. He made his own brackets because he was out of space.
Right.
This is me right here. This is how I build shit. I just make it happen.
It's going to be running tomorrow. I got to build a bracket to place the store closed.
Yeah. You can't buy that. You have to make it.
Right.
You just have.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a billet spun. I think you could probably buy that part, but it's run backwards and it's bare minimum. And he's got a shrouded radiator, so it stays cool.
And this is on all time.
Sure. That
just stays on.
It should.
There's no temperature gauge or nothing. I mean, that's a small radiator.
And this is a great idea because you need to have a vent. If you put your radiator below the highest point in the engine, it'll frickin' choke. You'll never get it right. General Motors built some minivans, I forget the name of Montana, that have a burp problem because of that.
Yeah.
There's just nothing you could do with it. But that's all you do right there.
My friend just had a radiator problem. I told him, you can't just pour that shit in there. You gotta run it and burp it. And
there's several bleeder screws on the motor on that one that you had to do, and I had that vehicle for a couple of months when the kids were little, and I was like, this is out. This thing is gone.
Give it a punt.
I dig
this thing,
man.
Is so much fun. This is on me goofing around out here, being all bent up from this accident, and they're peeling and stuff.
Oh no, it's cool.
I had it laying in the garage. I'm out here jerking around. Mechanically, the only thing I've done to this is I put HEI.
Yeah, which makes it work. I remember I was texting with you and I asked about EFI, but this car doesn't need EFI. You don't need to just run. This one runs on balls. That's what it runs on.
Yeah, but it did pick it up. I was just in it starting and everything,
Will it run?
Yes.
Fire this one up. I want to hear this one.
You want to hear this?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll want a couple shots. Of
the whole neighborhood.
Look through here and then come around wherever the exhaust comes out. I want a shot of that.
This is the terrorist of the neighborhood, really.
Is it loud?
Yeah,
What's a stick shift car? That means it does endless burnouts through the gears.
It's too much fun. You gotta go fast.
Yes. It'll go. Yeah, we're gonna get the fuel up there. Oh, it'll go. not stock. To get these in England, this is not allowed. In England, you're not allowed to have the tires stick out past the body. So over there, they always put big goofy plastic pieces and they do all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Over here, they just go, make it not cut the tire. They bend it with a crescent wrench, you know?
Yeah, you can tell it's not rubbing or nothing. It don't rub. Actually, it's got air shocks at the front.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you lied, but the undersprung. It's in neutral, right? Okay. Well, there it is. There it is. That's awesome. A little leak. That's all right. I gave it too much. You gotta let it run, you know.
Yeah, it's, I start it and I'm gone.
You're driving it.
I drive it.
When you're driving, you can keep it running.
Yeah.
If it starts to fall, you can just keep it running.
Well, the guy up here, a good friend of mine, has.
I know I won't fit in this. I want this car. I freaking
No,
love
the
this
seat. I got this pushed way up. You could.
My head will be above
Hey.
the freaking steering wheel.
You gotta get in it.
I gotta tilt this back. Wait a minute. Let's get the seat back a little bit. 'Cause I got towels and shit holding it up. I just put the seat in. It's not even bolted in yet.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, because you said that one over
That
there
was
was
all
in it.
ripped
These are
up.
nice seats.
Yeah, man. I went and met a guy out there in Royal Oak. He
What,
had,
are they MG seats?
Yeah, they're for
Oh,
this car.
shit.
He had a set. He had a
Yeah.
brand new. I couldn't believe it. So.
What'd you have to give them for them?
$400.
Not bad.
Yeah, man.
You know what new seats cost?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
try and buy seats out
Yeah.
of like a junkyard car and they're freaking expensive.
Here, go see if you can.
Move it back?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's the tilt.
All right. All right.
That's the tilt position.
How much room I got right here? Okay, I see.
Fat guy in a little car.
Bad guy in a little. I can't get in.
No tilt.
I got a cramp.
Yeah, you're all right, man.
Screw that. I'll put a freaking
Yeah.
thing right here.
It
Keep
has
the
a
bugs
thing.
off my
It
head.
has a thing that comes.
Does
up.
it?
Yeah, it's in the garage. You bolt it on. It kind of.
Do you know what this reminds me of, Chuck? The flat bottom 13-foot glass
The
boat
the
with
boat.
the V8 in the back. It had a little bar that you're supposed to hang on to, and it was like
Yeah, I
from a
built that for the
cabinet or
Corvette.
something, and it would just hurt you. But that boat,
I painted the same color as the Corvette.
I got
That's a riot. I ain't kidding you, man.
It's
so-
close ratio too. It's not big spreads.
No. Yeah, I wanted to.
How's the clutch on it?
It's great. It's great. I wanted to take it out to Waterford Hills. Road
Oh, the
race
road course.
Road
Yeah, yeah.
Not a drag strip.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna put it on track.
Yeah, so you can have fun with it.
Right.
Get it to roll over,
Get
put a
it.
little more air in the front, and get
Get into them turns sideways,
Oh, it's good. There's room for even my hands, because
Yeah.
you're busy, believe me,
Yeah,
when you
know
get this
what?
one going.
Plus, it's not power steering. So
It's all right.
These big tires, when you're sitting still, I mean.
Oh, yeah, for
It's
parking.
got the big engine in here, the heavy engine, then it's got wide
That's
tires.
freaking
But
sweet.
I know how to do it now.
It's got diamond plate in there, you know.
Yeah, I did
it's
that.
just nice enough to where you don't have to do shit.
Yeah, there was nothing there before, so I just, instead of putting the regular mats on the side.
I did get a cramp coming in though.
Yeah, you're gonna have one coming out then too.
You know, if I could open the door and, you know, get in and out like a normal person.
You get the bike here and stuff. You'd have a ball in this. I wish it was nice out. I'd love to see your reaction after you come back.
Right. Oh,
You'd be like,
if we get another chance to do some of this when it's warmer,
Yeah.
we'll put GoPros on the car.
We'll have a revisit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So keep that in mind, everybody. If you're watching the channel, you want to see these out on the road. It's cold. It's Michigan. We're coming into the winter, and it's wet right now, and
Yeah.
we're not even messing around.
I'll
Because
take them out in that.
if you got a half a brain, you know that manual transmission cars and water don't mix.
On this car, actually, I got a dumbbell, with the screw end.
Yeah.
Put the weights on.
Yeah.
I cut it in half. I'm putting it in the trunk, and I'm gonna put the, weights like that are on a bar.
Oh, okay.
Because
So you can
this
add
thing-
weight to the
add
rear.
weight to the rear because it just, every gear, it just goes crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how much
I
throttle
know, but-
position do you get before it breaks?
The throttle is so touchy on this. That's one of the times I lost it.
Okay.
I went to turn on.
As soon as you let the clutch out and you're depressing the throttle, it's already spinning.
Yeah, it's like that. I came around this island here to make a U-turn, and I went for the brake and it just touched the gas
Yeah.
and it did a donut. Lost the steering wheel and everything.
Well, at least you didn't hit the curb because these wheels are
It missed
awesome.
everything. Little car. I missed everything.
Do you know what it weighs?
1,800 pounds. Yeah.
And we're gonna guess, even though it's a built smaller displacement.
Yeah, I think
we're-
1,800 pounds is what it was when it was built.
Sure. So now you got another 500 on it or something.
Yeah.
So you might be 2,500 pounds, call it, with
Yeah.
no driver. 27.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have at least 300 horse, I'm guessing.
I at the least. I had the paperwork for this.
Yeah.
Cams and everything, and with this whole deal, I can't.
You don't know what you did with them? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, well, I mean,
wanna
there's-
shoot myself in the head for that.
There's always a way to, you could put them on a dyno, a rolling dyno. They have those
Yeah.
traveling rolling dynos where they do test and tune day, and it's $20, and they'll put it on the
Yeah,
dyno.
I've never
You
seen one around here.
They have them in Ohio. I'll do
Yeah.
some internet searching to see if there's
Yeah.
anything around here.
If you find one,
because if
let me
you can
know.
get both of them for the day, run them up there, see what they are made
Absolutely.
of. Because
I
that's a
would do
good
that in a
day.
heartbeat.
Yeah, that's a good day right there.
Then you get a tag for it and a 25 horsepower.
Yeah, well, they give you a sheet. It's a printout.
Yeah,
they
I
show
make
you.
tags for this thing. Shit.
Yeah.
100 horses,
Yeah, it's
They
awesome.
do have V8 tags. I can put. I just put these on. I didn't come with none of this.
Yeah, it looks good.
Tweak
It
that shit.
really does. It
Yeah.
looks good.
I call it. Everybody knows me. He's chucking something. He's getting chucked. Are you
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
chuck this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm chucking this. This is getting chucked.
That means add horsepower. That means make
Go
it
fast.
cooler.
Go faster.
Well, I tell you what. I think we have other than. Can we start this one? Can we hear this
Yeah.
one?
Oh,
Let's
absolutely.
listen to this one, and then we'll
Just got
put
the
a wrap
exhaust
on
for
it.
I put the 2.5 inch into the Flowmaster pipe.
Yeah.
And came out the back 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 and Flowmaster is my go-to.
Man, me too.
Yeah.
I put them on my Z. I put
It
them.
must be a Michigan thing. It must be cruising graph, cruising telegraph.
Maybe
You know.
you did pick something up.
I might have.
Because I did that to that Corvette I built it.
I might have absorbed something. I don't know. I tell you, I wish I would have paid more attention. I know that.
Hey, I've been doing this. Well,
Yeah.
doing it. It's more my how to be the end.
We're all revving shit.
Walk over here, rev this. Walk over here.
A lot of compression. You hear that?
Yeah.
I think it's like,
I had this.
that thing sounds nasty.
It's fast.
That thing sounds nasty.
And I just scooped it up. I found that thing and the price was right, and I just scooped it up now. Now it's a warm because when I got one.
Yeah,
I was driving that like a month and touched it.
Is this easier to drive than that? It's got,
Oh, yeah.
That thing sounds badass. That sounds like Cam X. Rev it up a little bit.
Yeah, boy, that's fast. So, it is fast. I forget this because when I got that, I didn't got this.
You were excited. Yeah.
And then I had to take this up.
Oh yeah, this one's great.
It's fast, So, whoever did this one up, he never did give me the paperwork.
That smells right on the money.
It's like,
You can tell if they're mixed right, if the carbs are adjusted right, jetted right.
Yeah.
That smells perfect.
You
It's not
know?
burning your eyes. Did it stink back there for you?
Well,
No.
I put like premium in it, 93 octane, and I go and shoot a gallon of 110.
Okay.
Race with
High
it.
octane. It
Yeah,
burns
it
a
just
little
seems to
cleaner.
make them feel. They make you feel better.
Yeah. Well, I know this has compression. I don't know what it is.
You okay, baby? Type shit.
As soon as the starter motor spun the engine and it went, I'm like, okay, because you could hear what it's doing, like I can. I knew that's what it
And this
was.
one fires up like that all the time.
This is freaking awesome. We are definitely coming back in warm weather, and we're gonna load these cameras
Yeah.
into these cars.
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna go have a laugh for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Well,
But
I'm not coming back if we don't look at the damn bike, though.
Oh, you
Let's
want
look at
this?
let's see what it
this, Hey, this was a police interceptor, Harley Davidson. My neighbor's a county sheriff, and he ran the motorcycle division for the Wayne County Sheriff Department. And he told me that they were turning in the lease. They lease them for a year. And that's when the 103 came out. So this is the bigger engine. That's okay. You just hang that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the 103, he said he had like 20 of them, He turned them back in. One of them they didn't use. One was used in a parade a couple times. And this one was used in a parade a couple times, so it like had 400 miles on it.
Did it ever have police livery?
Oh, yeah.
Was it all painted up and everything?
No, but it had the big tricycle tri-seat.
Oh, yeah.
With the plate for the radio, and there's, I had to put a stereo in because they had police radios.
Yeah.
So that was all. And it had police tires, bulletproof tires and shit.
Did they sell it with those?
No.
You put Screaming Eagle air filter on it?
Yeah.
This is a fuel-y bike, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's fuel injected.
And I didn't leave it at that. It was the biggest engine at the time, and I took it up to 333 Performance. These guys are drag racing people. They got the fastest fuel in the country. They drag race at Norwalk every year, you know?
Yeah.
And
that's right by our house.
They don't tell you shit.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
put these I want cams and everything. Yeah, well, we fixed you up. Well, what'd you do? Well, we did it. It's fast.
Oh, right. They don't tell you all the exact thing they did.
They don't tell you nothing. So anyway, I beat everybody in my crew. I had 20 bikes I ride with, man.
So this thing, does it, if it has to be remapped? I mean, they must have done something.
Yeah, I put electronic ignition, and I mapped it,
Oh, you mean you have an adjustable controller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the electronic, yeah.
Because it's more than electronic ignition when it's fuel injected.
Well, now you could do it off your phone, but back then I had a laptop,
Yeah.
plugged the laptop into it and then mapped it. They send it from California. It's a Thunder Max ignition computer in it.
Okay.
And you'd hook up your computer to it, and they would send it from California right through your computer.
Right.
Bam,
Yeah, we do cars that way. Yeah, I can get a tune for the Hemi engine right through my email. And bring it right outside, plug it into the car, and I'm remapped.
Yeah. So I can't. I had 333 do it, and then they did the computer thing, and man, when I left there,
I know it didn't have ghost flames on it when it was a cop bike.
That's right, I did that.
That's cool though. The seat's cool. Yeah, it's got and these are fun to ride too. I've ridden a bunch of them.
I did that seat also because it had the big tricycle thing with the air shock underneath that.
Yeah, to keep the guy from complaining that they put him on a bike instead of a cruiser.
Yeah, they're out there all day on a bike, But to me, that's fun. So.
Well, this is the one that our cameraman, my nephew back there, he can test ride this one. I'm all about this thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard V8 frickin' MG, that's British and American mixed, and we got.
So you got a bike?
Yeah, V-Rod.
You got V-Rod?
Yep.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, metric.
Fast.
All right.
They're fast.
All right, you guys. Well, I'm telling you.
I get all this later.
You'll put it on? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to cover these cars, and I'm winterized. I'm putting paneling up, to cover this.
Yeah, to keep the snow out. Yeah.
Yeah. I just put this up.
Well, listen, Chuck, it's been great talking to you. It's been awesome hanging out.
You were just a kid.
I know, I was a skinny little rat.
What happened? What happened? My shrink is even
both. I'm so old now that I'm shrinking.
You're a young puppy still, man.
Yeah, so we're coming back into warm weather, and we're going to drive these things. I just knew we were in the area. I had to make it happen, and it's awesome because the channel loves content like this. And thank you guys for watching. Always remember... Please remember, like, subscribe, and share everywhere you see fit. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.
All right.